Writing a book is one of the most hardest things you'll ever accomplish in your life. Don't believe these gurus that will lie through their teeth to you and tell you, hey, you can write a book. You can make $100,000 off your book. They're lying through their teeth, and they should tell you the truth, that it's going to cost you everything, including your sanity. I've written 3 books now. I'm writing my 4th book. The 3rd book is in publishing right now. It's about to launch within a couple weeks. And my other 2 books are Amazon bestsellers. I've sold about 10,000 copies of my books, and I've made thousands of dollars off my book. Does that qualify me to make this video? I don't know. Here's what it takes to write a book. First of all, if you have ADD like me, I cannot sit down and write a book while my dogs are barking and my wife's yelling my name every 3 seconds and the phone's ringing off the hook and my wife's walking around the house on speakerphone having all these crazy conversations with people and it's echoing through the house, and then my dog's barking and then he wants out, and then in the middle of writing my book, a family member died. And then a funeral. That pushed the book back by 2 weeks. I love my family member, way more important than the book, but a family member died, and then my dog got sick, had to rush him to the vet 3 times. That cost me like $6,000. And then I had some huge problem in my business, pushing my book back a month. And then another member was having a problem with this in the nursing home. And then my wife got sick for 9 months. I love my wife, as you guys say. And then that pushed everything back by like 9 months. And then they were selling out our condo from underneath us, and we had to rush and go buy a house, and then that pushed everything back by another 2 months. And all this, you're trying to write a fucking book, right? And you're like, yeah, I'm going to get my book done by next month. Yeah, try next year. Right? I dare you to try to sit down. The only way, here's how I wrote my books. Let me bitch a little more. Not to mention your paranoid schizophrenic family member who's calling you 30 times a day, crying wolf, having all these crazy breakdowns, and you're literally, like, you called me 6 times. Are you okay? Is there an emergency? No, I just wanted to tell you that I was looking up at the sky and I saw a UFO. A UFO. Listen, I'm busy right now. I'm working and I have to feed my family. So you got to quit calling me, telling me about the UFOs, right? If you don't pick up my phone calls, I'm going to kill myself. And then you have family members threatening to commit suicide. You're visiting, then like somebody you know ends up going to jail, and then like crazy shit happens, man. You're just trying to write your fucking book, but yet you're the most selfish person in the world. You have to literally get to the point where you go like this to everybody. That's what I think. So I couldn't get anything done around my house. I had to literally go and lease an office. That sounded kind of weird there, didn't I? I had to go lease an office. To write a book. Yes. So I'm sitting there nervous as hell. I go around, I spend like, no, I didn't just go lease an office. No, I literally drove around for 6 weeks biting my nails saying, I can't fucking afford an office. I'm going to try to force myself to write this book at home. Nope. Non-stop fucking interruptions. So then what did I try to do? I tried to stay up all night at home. I said, you know what? I know when I can write my book. I'm going to stay up all night and write the book. I couldn't do it because I kept falling asleep. So then I had to sleep until like 1, 2, 3 p.m. and then stay up till 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I started getting progress done on the book. When I started staying up all night and sleeping in, I actually started to write my book, and my marriage started falling apart because my wife is now bitching at me saying, what the fuck are you doing? You're fucking sleeping until noon and 1 and 2 a.m. You need to get up early like me. I get so much shit done. I said, you're not trying to write a fucking book. Well, I can get shit done when you're around the house, and how come you can't get shit done when I'm around the house? Because my fucking brain is wired different than your brain, and I need complete silence. I need to go lease an office. Why are you going to go spend money and lease an office when we don't even have these things around our household? Because I can't fucking get anything done. So I got to the point where I said, I don't give a fuck. I'm not asking anybody for any permission. I spend 6 weeks driving around looking at different office spaces, biting my nails because I can't believe how expensive it is to lease an office. Like $600 a month to lease an office. I got lucky as hell, and I found a $500 a month, $400 a month office, and they gave me a deal on it for $250 a month, but I had to sign a year contract or whatever, right? So I signed this thing, lease. That night I'm fucking having panic attacks and sweats. Thinking about going in the next morning and begging them to tear up the contract because I can't afford it. But now I'm in, it's too late, I've got this office. I go in this office, and now every time nighttime rolls around, my wife's calling me over and over and over saying, it's 10 o'clock at night, when are you going to come home from work? You don't even need to be fucking married to me. We need to get a fucking divorce. I'm going to fucking divorce your ass because all you do is fucking work. I said, listen, I work 10 hours a day in my fucking business to pay all the fucking bills and take care of everything. And then I'm going to work another 8 hours at night in this office so I can write this fucking book. Why don't you fucking write your book during the day? I'm like, because if I do, then I won't be able to run my fucking business to make money to pay the bills and we'll fucking lose everything. The only way to get successful and we get ahead is you have to work 80 fucking hours a week. 40 hours a week pays the bills, hopefully, and another 40 hours a week chases your dream. So I go to the office, months goes by, and my book still isn't written. She's calling me. It's 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. What are you doing? What are you doing? I said, I haven't even written a single word yet. What do you mean you haven't written a word yet? You've been in the fucking office. Like, my wife is going through all this emotional suffering because I'm literally abandoning my wife. Right? Then you need to fucking be married. Listen. So, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. My wife is calling me. She can't even wrap her fucking mind around how I've been in the office for 6 hours and I still haven't written a single word. I said, because I have to sit here. Now, mind you, I've made $250,000 on the internet. I have 2 best-selling books. My books sell all over the fucking world. In paperback, ebook, audiobook, online courses. I've spoken on stages all over the country. I've thrown my own live events. Like, I've kind of got my shit together a little bit. I'm a keynote speaker this next year coming up at a big event. A keynote speaker for a national industry conference. Me. I'm a crazy son of a bitch. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying, like, you don't think because I'm acting crazy. Well, I'm crazy. But listen, okay, so I had to sit there for 6 hours and wait for all the anxiety to go away, for the distractions to go away, to get myself into a place that's called deep work. Only when it hit about 3 o'clock in the morning and I had forced myself to sit in that office for 6 fucking hours with no distractions, then and only then, I went, pure clarity. Fucking wrote 3 chapters in one night. Slept on the office floor, went to bed, woke up, came home at like 9:30 in the morning. I'm walking around the office like this. People are looking at me. It's like a co-op office center. Like, is that motherfucker on drugs? Or has he been here all night long? Yes. The next night, I go back to the office. I write like another chapter. Then I write 2 more chapters in the middle of the night while the world is asleep. Then, I said I'm finishing this book. I stay in the office for 36 hours straight. I learned that if I leave the office, I will distract myself. I go on Amazon Prime now, and I get these Amy's Hot Ready meals, whatever the fucking Amy's meals, and there's a microwave, and I get them delivered. Now I'm getting food and water delivered to the office. I handcuff myself to the office. My wife, I don't come home for 2 days. I sleep on the office floor, and I do nothing but write. My wife calls me, "When are you coming home?" I'll come home when I'm done with this book. That's when I'm coming home. Anybody else who called me gets sent directly to voicemail. If they call me again, I don't care if the fucking world burns down. I'm finishing this book. Oh, there you are. Just to make the cover for the book. KeithKalfas.com. You can look at it. Keith Kalfas, Amazon author. Something like 86 different revisions, 86 pieces of graphical artwork. Or it took me 28 fucking hours just to design the fucking book cover. I know I could have gone on 99designs.com and all this other. I know about all that fucking shit and Fiverr and Upwork.com. I have 6 fucking different virtual assistants that work for me. I wanted the book cover to be a specific way. So I'm on the phone, I'm fucking with people coaching me, I'm sending to people, I'm analyzing best-selling book covers. And then only when you're done, then you submit to the book to Amazon CreateSpace or whatever, and you have to wait now like a month for them to send you a proof. And the fucking book is wrong. It doesn't match the thickness of the spine. There's something in there, and then you're gonna send it out again. It comes back, send it out, comes like you think you're gonna write your book in a month? Try 2 fucking years, bro. Then you got to record the audiobook, and now you got to learn everything about Amazon ACX Audible and all the requirements and how you have to like wait at least 2 whole seconds before you start speaking. There can't be like decibels of background noise. You got to become a fucking audio engineer now to learn how to record a fucking audiobook. I've sold thousands of copies on audible.com. I get checks every single month from this because I went through this hell. I purposely held back the success of my life, my family. I purposely didn't have children. That's just my thing because I'm not a very strong person. I don't have the level of patience it takes to have children and write a fucking book. Dr. Wayne Dyer wrote like 40 books, and I don't know how he was a good dad because I don't know how. Unless you can like literally type while you have a bunch of fucking monkeys jumping all over your fucking head, screaming and puking and shitting all over the place, or tell your wife to do it all. Does that even fucking work? Your wife would be hitting you upside the head with a fucking frying pan if you're saying, "No, fuck all you, I'm writing my fucking book." So then I finally released the book. And people are trashing me on the internet. There's fucking 6 misspellings in this book. That Keith Kalfas guy is a fucking idiot. 6 misspellings. What a fucking idiot. And there's other people saying, "Oh my God, I read this book and it changed my life. It helped me start my whole business." Oh my God, there's people I go to live events and people cry and they want to shake my hand and take selfie pictures with me. They send me emails. My videos and my books have prevented suicides. Yet if you got a misspelling in your book, they'd be like, "You're a fucking idiot. You need to fucking burn in hell for all eternity, you stupid piece of shit." Because I was a major in grammar. Yep. And they told me if anybody had a misspelling, they got something wrong with their brain. Yeah. So then I had to pull the book off the fucking shelf and hire a professional editor again and then go through the whole fucking book. And after all that shit, dude, that was like fucking $200,000 worth of work. And I probably made like, let's say I made 20 grand off the book or something. It's still selling. You think you're going to write a fucking book? Go read Guy Kawasaki's book. I've read 5 books just on how to write a book. I've spent fucking $5,000 on online courses all about online publishing and how to write books and fucking all this shit. I've spent the last 5 years of my life figuring out how to fucking write books. So don't fucking tell me, dude. Writing a book, like a real book, is one of the hardest, longest processes, the most unrewarding things. But when the book's done, it is one of the most rewarding things ever. You go, biatch, I got a fucking book. Writing a fucking book. You have to be at a certain place in your life. I feel so much better now that I got all that out.